So for your sake, you better show up in good shape. Valuable information is key to your domination. So focus on preparation, online is your reputation. Yeah, it's one-on-one, you and me, ain't no fear in me, you will see. When it comes to this, you be wearing the number 23. In debate, I hold my weight cause these sports I'm attached to it. Your legacy, get ready cause I'm gonna set a match to it. Hey. Burn 'em, fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 legacy on fire, 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 burn 'em. Fire, 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 fire.
This week's panel: J. Quimby, Robb Johnson, and special guest Michael Fabber. Hello, everybody. Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network, and we are back for another edition of Legacy on Fire. And that's right, we are back in the fire pit. That's right, Jay. Come on, man.
The dumbest fucking thing you've ever said all day.
Well, I've said some dumb things. We'll go ahead in top five. Well, of course,
hi, I'm Darrell.
Once again, everybody, we truly appreciate you all being with us today. And this week, we have a wonderful panel with us. Of course, as always, we got a lead panelist, Mr. Jeremiah Quimby. Jay, what's up, brother?
Just another day of bless.
And then next, we have the man who is the host of Ram Talk here on the LegacyMaker Sports Network, and of course, the No BS Sports Zone, Mr. Robb Johnson.
The No BS Sports Zone you can catch at 12:30 a.m. Sunday mornings on the LegacyMaker Sports Network. Let's get the fire started.
Yeah, and of course, our special guest today, the man, the myth, and the legend that everybody knows as the coach. He is the host, well, the former host of the Morning Rant. We still wanted to come back. Mr. Mike Fabber. Coach, what's up, bro?
What's up? So far, I know I'm supposed to curse at somebody and then shamelessly plug my show. So just pretend I did those two things, and let's go.
That sounds like a plan. And once again, everybody, we want to thank you all for tuning in, and we're going to get this thing started off the right way. And we're going to start it off with a quick take. First quick take on this one. Jay, should Jim Harbaugh have gotten an extension in Michigan?
Yes, sir. We'll take another 8 in a row.
Robb, should he have got the extension in Michigan?
Ohio State has outscored Michigan since he's been there, 221 to 126.
Coach, should he have got the extension in Michigan?
Yes, Michigan's not as good as we always thought they were. They're just an okay team. They're going to go to some shitty bowl game and lose to some shitty team.
Next one. The national championship is on Monday. I'm going to wait to ask Jay last because I think we kind of already know where he may be going. Robb, who wins the national championship on Monday?
Okay. All right, since it's a quick take, so I'm going to give it to Ohio State, 56-53, and just a great game. I would have given it to Alabama, but seeing what they did against Clemson's front line in the trenches, I got to give this to Ohio State. It's going to be a great game. Probably one of the greatest games we've ever seen in college football history.
Coach, who do you got in the national championship?
Alabama by 20.
Whoo, by 20. By 20. Jay,
20.
who's winning the national championship on Monday?
Hashtag fuck it. Ohio State, I mean, they proved it. They beat Clemson's ass. I love Ohio State. You know how I feel about them? I didn't think they'd do that to Clemson. I think we see a repeat of what happened last time they played.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think anybody saw that. We talked about it on the show the other day. We did not see that thing coming. But, hey, Ohio State.
Hey, Robb said it best. Sean Wade just has to stop Devonta Smith.
And then he's going to be all right. That's going to be
prisoners of the moment right now.
Definitely not prisoners of the moment. Because you know something? Pat Fitzgerald and Northwestern are a lot better than people give them credit for. Pat Fitzgerald should be a head coach in the NFL. He will be one very, very soon. Northwestern is a very underrated football club.
I guess we shall see about that. His name has definitely been in the mix for things. Now, before we get started, everybody, let's talk about how we do things here on Legacy on Fire. Of course, there will be 3 rounds. Each panelist will get 1 minute to express themselves during that round, and then after everybody has went one time, they get 30 seconds to fire back at their other panelists. And then, of course, at the end, we'll have the put out the fire segment where each panelist will get a chance to get something off their chest. Well, let's get this thing started. And our first main topic of the day, what will the Jets do with the number 2 pick? Now, of course, a lot of Jets fans are upset because they thought that the Jets were going to be the number 1 pick and Trevor Lawrence was going to come their way. But, of course, things have changed, and the Jets decided to go on a 2-game winning streak. And once that happened, that was the end of all. So I'm going to start with the guests. Coach, what should the Jets do with the number 2 pick?
Man, you start with me. Adam Gase got fired for winning 2 games. Isn't that shitty? Like, if he won 1 game, he'd keep his job. Isn't that ridiculous? He got fired for losing the number 1 pick. Couldn't even do that right. The Jets, all right, let's say, I mean, what can they do, right? You can try to offer 4 first-round picks to the Jags in the next 2 years and hope the Jags are dumb enough to take it, which they won't be. And you could throw in Denard, too, because no one wants him. Denardled, right, as I like to call him, because he's not good enough to play quarterback or in the NFL. But he can get to the chopper. But so the Jags say no. So then what can they do? So then you take number 2 and you draft Zach Wilson. You then trade, right? Throw away your sheets. It's over. I ratted you out. You draft Wilson. You draft Zach Wilson. You try to move Darnold, right, for the so stop it. You try to move him. You try to move him for a 2nd-round pick, hopefully, and then you have 4 picks in the first 40 picks, and you get to build your team. If Zach's not the answer, you can move on next year because you still have 2 first picks.
All right, Jay, what should the Jets do with the number 2 pick?
Trade. I think Sam. I hate USC quarterbacks. I do, but he has not gotten a fair shake. They're not taking these quarterbacks and give them a chance to prove themselves like they used to do 15 years ago. It's dumb. So, why not go after Sewell, the offensive lineman, build that line in the trenches because that's where it's won. So, and give him a chance. If you can't trade it first. Get what you can, plunder it. Plain and simple.
All right, Rob.
I like Wilson, but he's babyface. He was like he's 12.
I thought he was 12 years old, too. That Jack was crazy. Rob, what should the Jets do with the number 2 pick?
Coach, I love Zach Wilson. He's one of my favorite players out there. But think about it. He's going to New York. If he goes New York, how can he handle that pressure coming from BYU? This is what the Jets need to do. And I want everybody to pay attention to just how dumb Bill O'Brien was. He traded that pick that gave it to the Miami Dolphins, the 10-win Miami Dolphins. If you are the Jets, and Darrell, you know how I am with Sam Darnold. However, I did see some flashes. He has some athleticism. I believe that you should keep Sam Darnold and take that leap of faith at number 2 and go get the best wide receiver I've seen in more than a decade in Devontae Smith. Because if you let Devontae Smith get to the Miami Dolphins, they're going to cause hell for years. You cannot let Devontae Smith go to the Miami Dolphins. And as far as Justin Fields, I hope he gets drafted later. I want him to be like Lamar Jackson, go to a better team. I don't think that he should be going to a team where he has to build it by himself. So, in my opinion, that's what they should do. Devontae Smith, New York Jets.
All right. So
I brought the fire.
Coach, you got a chance. You got a chance to fire back, Coach. You got 30 seconds.
What flash did we see? Sorry for cursing. I just sounded like Jay. What flash? You didn't see a damn flash? There was bigger flashes in my toilet on a Saturday night after wings, I promise you. Right? There's no flash in this. You take Zach. If he doesn't pan out in New York, you still have 2 first-round picks the next year to maneuver around and bring something else in. They're not a quarterback away. They're a million players away. But we know Darnold's not the answer. So you draft a quarterback. You don't even have to start him. If you don't trade Darnold, you still have 3 picks in the top 35. And you start building your team because you're not close to winning. You're not a year away. All
righty, Jay, your chance to fire back.
Devonta Smith. I don't like Devonta Smith at all. He's fast, but okay, 6'1", 175. I weigh as much as this guy does. He takes one across the middle, broken in half. He is not an elite receiver in the league. He cannot stay healthy, I guarantee. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, he can score in that system. He's a system player. He'll be fucked once he's in the NFL.
Ooh, Rob, I know Rob like anything with just said. Rob, this is your chance, sir, to fire back.
Who was the man who called Devontae Smith a Heisman winner? Me. Who said that he was going to dominate? Me. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The last wide receiver to have as many touchdowns as Devontae Smith was 31. He has 43. Let me tell you something. When you put him in the league, he is going to dominate. He is one hell of a wide receiver. Don't give me this crap about he's too small or this or that. You put him with Sam Darnold. You already have weapons on the Jets football team. All you got to do is build a defense, get a reputable coach, and that's all you need. I'm tired of this disrespect Devontae Smith. He's one of the best receivers in years. Disrespectful. Totally disrespectful.
Okay. So Rob says that Devontae Smith is being disrespected. That's so very passionate round there by the fellas. I'm very intrigued. I like this. The Luke Wilson pick is definitely interesting. I like the Smith pick. I just
too much pressure going for BYU in New York.
I cannot.
BYU. He's not allowed to have sex in college. What's he gonna do in New York?
What pressure is there in 2 games? They won 2 games. What pressure is there for the Jets?
You're going from BYU to Manhattan.
No one in Manhattan claims the Jets. They play in Jersey.
All right, everybody. So now we will swing to our next topic. NFL playoffs are right there, ladies and gentlemen. They're right there around the corner. And this weekend we will have a phenomenal NFL playoff start for us. So I'm excited to see what goes down here in these playoffs. But the question at hand is this, and we're going to start this one off with Jay. Who's the most dangerous team heading into these playoffs, Jay?
I mean, to be honest, the Bills. The Bills are scary. Are you going to have a heart attack, Rob? You all right up there? They got Josh Allen should be an MVP candidate. I don't give a shit what anybody got to say about it. And that defense is scary. That team is going to go deep, and I bet you they beat Kansas City.
Rob, who's the most dangerous NFL team heading into this NFL playoffs?
First of all, he better send Stephon Diggs a good gift. Let me just say that. Second of all, you missed the boat, Jay. It's the Baltimore Ravens. It's Lamar Jackson. It's J.K. Dobbins. It's Gus Edwards. It's that running game. Over 300-plus yards against the Bengals. The same Bengals team who beat Pittsburgh. Same Bengals team who's been playing a lot better football. That Ravens team is dangerous. And I'm telling you right now, their teams are afraid. I think they'll get to the AFC Championship game where they will lose eventually to Kansas City. But you know something, Jay, to your point, Josh Allen has to prove that he can take the pressure of the playoffs. Last year, he wilted under the pressure. And Lamar Jackson this year will prove that he belongs and that defense is hungry. They're ready to eat.
All right, Coach.
Fire, burn them.
Who's the most dangerous NFL team heading into these playoffs?
It's the same energy for every. Here's the same energy on every question. Same energy. It's the same energy every question. I'm like, do you find something you're not that passionate about yet? Jesus. Anyway, so we're in the playoffs. The Buffalo Bills, they're freaking virgins to this shit. All right, they're not going to do shit in it. All right, let's be honest. There's one team we all have to be mentioning if we're really serious about this, and it's Kansas City. Green Bay has their way paved for the Super Bowl. No one wants to play in Green Bay this time of year, not even Green Bay. All right, and they're going to play against Kansas City. And Kansas City is still, do not disrespect the returning champs. They're coming back. They played an NFL team a couple weeks ago, gave up 14 points early, came back and beat the shit out of them like they weren't even there. They're not even playing great football yet, and they're still just destroying teams or them finding ways to win games. They're doing what it takes to win Super Bowls. And this is a returning champ. And give them some fucking respect. Andy Reid's about to show Philly they made the worst fucking decision letting him go. Fuck Doug Peterson.
All right, Jay, your chance to fire back.
I like the Andy Reid thing, yep, but, you know, the Baltimore Ravens, they show up when they want to show up. They don't play all the time. They're not 100%. And who's that number one wide receiver? Oh, they don't really have one. Oh, Des Bryant. That's right.
Rob, your chance to fire back.
Darrell, first of all, what was the question again?
The question, it was the most dangerous team in the NFL playoffs.
You say Baltimore's dangerous. We understand it's not Kansas City. Kansas City's 14-2. When you look at Baltimore, Baltimore had COVID issues. Baltimore was down, and they were dead for the count. And let me tell you something, Jay. You want to talk about Des Bryant? No. You better watch out for Hollywood Brown. He's coming to his own. They can't catch him. You better watch out for Boykin. You better watch out for Andrews. Let me tell you something. No. Let me tell you something there, sir. Your former running back, J.K. Dobbins, he's bringing the heat. He's bringing the heat to the playoffs, and they don't want none of that running game. That offensive line is tough. That running game is
Coach. Coach, your chance to fire back, Coach.
Yo, can we get the Ravens? Seriously, the Ravens can't beat nobody good. Right? Like, talk about teams that are trying to win a championship. He's like, who stopped the Bengals? The fucking Bengals? Are you kidding me? Like, that's like saying, who stopped the Panthers? Right? Like, shit, I'm a Panther fan. They suck. Right? Like, stop bringing up people. They played Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh wasn't good at the end of the year. They won 11 games. They won 1 out of the last 5. Shut up with Pittsburgh. They're overrated as shit.
Anyway, Cleveland next week, sir.
Baltimore sucks. They can't beat a winning team.
Pittsburgh doesn't want to see Baltimore again. They don't want to see us, and they know in their heart.
Pittsburgh doesn't want to see anybody.
Wait a minute here. So here's my thing about this. I kind of wanted to lean towards Jay with Buffalo, but Buffalo is young. To be honest with you, I really think that it is Tennessee. If Tennessee can put it all together and have a complete game, if Derrick Henry gets on the roll like he did last year, he'll be problems. Sorry, Rob. I don't see him getting out of the round. Like, I don't see them getting out of the wild card round you heard what I said. I don't see them getting out of the wild card round. The Ravens. Baltimore. Look. Derrick Henry is Baltimore's kryptonite. He's been destroying Baltimore for the last couple of years. I don't see him getting out of that round. But that's just me, though. That's just me. All right, let's go to our last of the main topics. Urban Meyer. There's a lot of speculation going on that Urban Meyer is going to be the next head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The other stipulation, which we heard on Monday, is that he wants $12 million a year to coach the Jacksonville Jaguars. Before I even get into what y'all got to say about this, haven't we seen John Gruden and what $10 million can buy as a head coach? That's just what I got to say real quick. We're going to start this one off with Rob. Rob, can Urban Meyer win as an NFL head coach?
First of all, what the hell is Texas and USC doing? You got Urban Meyer out there. You must not be back. Let me just put it out there. Second of all, is this the same guy who had headaches? Remember, I think me and a panelist on here were talking about a guy having headaches, and I said that he was sleazy, and he was sneaky, and he would try to find his way back. And let me tell you something, Urban Meyer. You had 20-some players arrested at Florida. You had scandals at Ohio State. You must know some high-up people, sir. So for you to demand $12 million, you're not Nick Saban. You're not Nick Saban, and you demand $12 million a year? Sir, let me tell you something. You better have a plan if the Jacksonville Jaguars are man enough to bring you in and give you that type of money. You better produce. You better produce, or you're going to hear from me every single week.
I was waiting for – brother. That was the next thing I was waiting for. Coach. Urban Meyer, can he win in the NFL as a head coach?
I mean, can he win what? Can he win 8 games a year? I mean, can he win 6 games a year? Dude, I don't know what's up with this dude, but he always lands somewhere that's about to do something really good too, right? Like, you look at Jacksonville, and they're more put together than the Jets are. Sorry, Rob, I know. The Jets are just as good as the Bengals, and the Bengals are fucking great. But so can he win a couple games? Sure, he can win a couple games. But, I mean, this dude always finds a freaking way. Like, he must be, which Rob did say was right, he must be real Weasley as shit. Because he always finds a way to land somewhere where you're like, they actually have some talent and some things to build on. You're going to get what's supposed to be the chosen one coming out, right, as quarterback. There's a lot of good things about Jacksonville. If Jacksonville's dumb enough to pay him that and he's asked for that, I mean, I don't blame him. I blame Jacksonville for doing another Jacksonville-like thing. And we'll see 8-8, and he'll ruin a bunch of people's career, and it's fine. It's like, what the fuck else does he do?
And he'll need to spend time with his. He'll need to spend time with his family. Within 5 years, I have to buy him out. He's gonna spend time with his damn family.
Jay, now Jay, have you been kind of an Urban Meyer, aficionado? He's been around. Does Urban Meyer win in the NFL?
When he started, at Bowling Green. He went to Utah. Then went to Florida. He's had one quarterback that has ever been able to play professionally and have what you would call a career in the NFL, and that's Alex Smith. Every other quarterback is washed out, done nothing with it. I don't think he's got a system that can be NFL ready. Andy Reid would go against Urban Meyer and would whoop his ass, hands down.
Tim Tebow won a playoff game. Tim Tebow won a playoff game. Can we at least give Tim Tebow a little bit of credit?
Rob, your chance to fire back.
He threw
Little way.
We can at least give Tim Tebow a little bit of credit. Tim Tebow was
One
outstanding.
pass.
And somebody couldn't throw. I'll tell you one thing. He's short on that 80-yard touchdown. On the 80-yard touchdown pass in the wild card game. But I'm going to tell you like this. Urban Meyer, if he gets Trevor Lawrence, I think he can do okay. But I'm going to tell you something right now. If he starts with the scandals and he starts doing crazy stuff, I'm telling you, the NFL should be ashamed of themselves. He has a track record. Come on now.
It's the fucking NFL. There's scandals all the fucking time. Stop talking about scandals. It's not college anymore. All right, you're allowed to have hookers and blowing yachts.
It is about scandals.
No, it's not. You have all the fucking shit. He's going to have cocaine, a yacht, and prostitutes, and it's fucking fine. Second thing, don't disrespect Tebow. He had like 350-plus passing yards in that playoff game that he beat the number one defense in the league that year. Do not disrespect Tebow.
I know you have to represent yourself.
Listen,
well
Urban's going to do cocaine off people's dicks.
That's it.
Stop it. Hold on.
Wait.
One thing.
Your chance to fire.
Urban's going to do cocaine off people's dicks next year. No one gives a fuck if he wins games.
Jay, your chance to fire back.
No, I actually agree with Chris, but I don't think he'll be blowing on people's dicks. I think he'll be down there with Robert Kraft in that spa, doing it off them massages and stuff.
Either one.
I mean, it don't. Like, Coach is 100% right. It don't matter about scandals or not. He can have girls underneath both arms. Doesn't matter.
Hey,
as long as he's winning games.
What happened to Ben Roethlisberger? Nothing.
Hey,
if you're winning, they don't care.
But look at Chris Week, remember? Where's he at now? Oh, that's right. He's a register.
Oh, boy. All right, so that is it for our main topics here on Legacy on Fire.
Two times. Antonio Brown once. 2 times Ben Roethlisberger. Just want to put that out there real quick.
Now,
2 times.
Before we head on to the next one, I will say this. I'm intrigued to see how he does it. But like I said at the beginning, if they're paying coaches that much money, which I can understand, but look at what our man John Gruden is doing with the $10 million a year. To pay somebody that much money to underachieve blows my mind. But hey, Jacksonville, y'all got money? Buckle up.
Fire, 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 burn on. Fire, 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 burn on.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to put out the fire. These gentlemen are going to get an opportunity to get something off their chest. I can't wait to see this one. First, we're going to start this one off with Mr. Quimby. Jay, it is time for you, sir, to put out the fire.
Okay. Devonta Smith, 41 touchdowns. He's a system wide receiver. He's a twig bitch. He'll be broke first year. Let's see. Justin Blackman. Yeah, kind of built the same way. Same system. Oh, maybe he'll start drinking. Look out.
Oh, man. Look. Rob, this is your chance, sir, to put out the fire.
First of all, how the fuck do you compare Justin Blackman to Devonta Smith? But I'm off that. Let me get to you, Carson Wentz. Sir, your ass. You could have went to Coach last night and said, Coach, I want to play. I want to show my teammates. I want to show everybody I want to play. But no, you don't want to play, Carson. Your feelings got hurt because Jalen Hurts came in, and now you feel all bad because I'm Carson Wentz, and I got a big contract. My feelings are hurt. Nick Foles, I'll play me. They want to go without me, yada, yada, yada. Throw some balls. I was a fan of yours. I tried to defend you, but throw some balls. And my God, the head coach, the head Doug Peterson, you are.
All right. Coach, this is your chance, sir, to put out the fire.
Jalen Hurts didn't win a fucking game. Anyway, this is my thing, right? I'm going to talk about something else completely different than, Jalen Hurts. All right? I'm going to talk about fucking Cam Newton and never getting a real shot in the NFL with any real fucking player. His number one receiver ever was fucking Ted Ginn Jr., right? When he went, other than Steve Smith his last 2 years in Carolina. Right? He never got a fair shake, went to New England, half the fucking team sits out. They didn't have any time to learn a playbook for something that he never had to learn that kind of playbook. And he never got a fair shake in the NFL. And everybody gives that dude a bad rap for not being able to play quarterback in the NFL. He's an MVP. He's got to took a shit-ass offense to a Super Bowl, won multiple NFC Souths before New Orleans. He's a fucking problem, and people should give him the respect he's earned. And not Jalen fucking Hurts.
Hey, coach, hey, shout out to coach for this. Hey, shout out to coach because Cam Newton's been getting screwed over. Hey, coach, we've been going
I got a hair piece just like him. You like the hair?
Hey, coach, me and you been going at it all show. We've been going one-on-one, baby. It's been hot. It's been on fire. But, sir, let me tell you something. That right there, I give you the ultimate respect. Because Cam Newton went 7-9 with a screwy team, and he still got him to 79. Great job, coach. Great job.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the fire has been put out here on episode 9 of Legacy on Fire. Once again, everybody, we truly appreciate
Cam
you
Newton
all for coming on. And we truly appreciate y'all for watching. I want to give love to my guests real quick and see if there's anything they want to say before they go. Jay, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Just God bless and good to see you again, Coach.
Rob, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, guys, let me just say this. Who the fuck compares Justin Blackman to Devontae Smith? Man, get out of here with that mess. Hey, look, man. Jay, I love you, Jay. You my boy. But I'm going to tell you something. This is
the same guy. This is the same guy that said, James Washington will never make it in the NFL.
This is going to haunt you for a long time.
Coach, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Dude, thank you guys for having me back. It was freaking awesome. I love this. I missed it so much. Every time you guys let me do this, I'll do it. I said the only time I come out of retirement's for you guys, and I mean it. I had a lot of fun. You guys are hilarious at this, and I'm lucky just to be part of it. I haven't felt this way in a couple of years, so thank you guys.
Coach, glad to have you. Once again, everybody, I'm Darrell, Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. This has been Legacy on Fire. Next week's episode is going to be a very interesting one. We're having a NBC Sports Report reunion. We'll have Cody Stewart, Jay, of course, and then Mr. Michael Bish will be on next week.
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting stuck up.
We will see how things go next week as we have a reunion on that one. Once again, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. And another one, Rob, you're going to like this. We got one in a couple of weeks where we're going to have a SmackDown edition. We'll be getting into that a little bit later. I'm Darrell Owens, LegacyMaker Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. Until next time.